something that everybody wants at Lake of the Pines, a very comfortable single-story home on a level lot and with a view and a new roof. Now, you might not think a roof is such a big deal, but it is, because when you go to get your insurance in the state of California, that's the first thing your insurance company is going to ask you. How old is the roof? Well, this roof at 24215 Green Valley is less than a year old. Come on in and let me show you the view. We are 1880 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Come and look at the view. This is the Lake of the Pines golf course that has 19 holes. It is a private golf course, and this location at 24215 Green Valley Road is overlooking the 10th tee of the Lake of the Pines golf course. Now, not only do we have a new roof, we have a new Trex deck, 2 decks, one off the master and one off the family room. So when you move in here, if you have a pet, you have a perfect spot because we have a fencing around the property, a dog run. So your pup is going to be as happy as you are. Now, these cabinets were updated 8 to 10 years ago. So they're not the old oak cabinets that some of us have at Lake of the Pines. It has the pullouts. This is actually a bread drawer. And the company that made these cabinets are Thomasville. So this is a quality piece of wood here that faces all of these drawers and cabinets. Very, very attractive, well cared for kitchen. A bit of a galley kitchen, but it is open to the dining room area. You could have some stools here and have a little breakfast bar if you want. Just a nice open floor plan. Now, one of the things that people don't really think about, because we're priced at $650,000, we're kind of on the edge of whether the laundry should be inside the house or outside the house. Well, in this case, in our home at 24215 Green Valley Road, we have a laundry that's inside. This door goes to the garage. And in fact, in this property on the golf course at Lake of the Pines, we have a washing machine that's a few months old. A bit of an older dryer, but they go with the property also. Really an excellent space in here. A pantry for extra dishes, your crock pots, your cookbooks, your vases, maybe some of your pitchers, baskets, and then also a place to store your extra food. One of the things that this house has is ample storage. So let's go through, by the way, the refrigerator stays with the house, and this, check this out, brand new electric stove and oven, never used. And speaking of new, we also have something else new right here. We have a General Electric, never used dishwasher. So lots of new in this house. Got your little breakfast nook here. And once again, look at the view. Overlooking the 10th tee of the Lake of the Pines golf course. Now, Lake of the Pines is a community for all ages. We have about 50% working families and 50% retirees. It's not a retirement community. We have over 40 different social groups. And of course, besides golf, there's tennis, pickleball, lake swimming activities, just so many different things, bocce ball. So this deck has been built recently within the last year. And one of the ways you can tell that it is more recent built is the height of the railing. The railing needs to be this height in order to be a current approved build. We have Trex decking, and some wrought iron here. And this is one of the things that would be a big deal for someone who has a pet at Lake of the Pines. Because we do not fence our entire yard, this is a dog run and garden area. You could grow some vegetables here, and you can have your pup out here, and your pup would have a very happy, happy life. Now the property goes to where the white post is. Most people do not know where the property lines are on the golf course. I'm going to walk out to where the property ends. We usually mark the property lines by the white posts, and sometimes there are property lines missing, but here is our property marker. And so all the way over to that gorgeous big tree is where the property would end. So if you were living here, yes, this is your lawn that you would need to take care of. And just think about this. In August and September, when it's super hot, whether you water your lawn or not, you're always going to have this vast view of the Lake of the Pines golf course, and it's always going to be green, taken care of by the Lake of the Pines Association. Now, Lake of the Pines is between Auburn and Grass Valley. Some people don't know about Lake of the Pines, but we are just between those two cities. We're part of Nevada County. We're 1 hour drive away from Sacramento Airport and 2 hours drive to Reno and about an hour and a half to the ski slopes. Now you'll see this second deck right here, and that goes off of the master suite. Let's go check it out. And here is one of the gates. There's a gate on both sides of the yard to keep your puppy in, to keep the deer out. And one of the nice things about having fencing at Lake of the Pines, besides being able to grow some vegetables, is you can actually have some roses. So we're leaving the dining area and coming into the living room. Look at that pretty Japanese maple. Its maroon leaves really stand out against the green backdrop of the golf course. We had a door closet there, hall closet. Here's an extra closet, plenty of storage, a place for your linens. Now this is the smallest bedroom. And I want you to come and look at the front yard. The landscaping in the front yard is very minimal landscaping, low maintenance, easy to take care of bushes. But I want you to see where that black gray car is, that Honda there. That is extra parking. And then on the side by where we have our garbage cans coming out for tomorrow, that's also the driveway. And on the other side of that is a pathway to bring your golf cart into the garage. Also a circular driveway. Now, why am I making such a big deal about parking? You're like, that's not a big deal. This is just a bunch of concrete and a driveway. But it is a big deal at Lake of the Pines because we don't park on our street at nighttime. So having house guests, having your grandkids come or your friends come, and you're here overnight, you have plenty of spots to park. course, the doors have been replaced. The carpet was replaced 2 to 3 years ago. And a whole house fan, one great way to save money during the hot summer months. This is really a good sized bedroom. You could have a California king in here. There are some extra built-ins in the closet. Some pull-outs. And they even have an extra heater in here. There is central heat and air in the house, but for some reason this family had an extra heater in here. But look, we have crown molding all the way around. This is just a really empty slate for you to come in and make this space your own. So this is the hall bathroom. It has a tub and a shower and tub combination. These cabinets here in the vanity have been replaced. And then this is the room for the person who writes the check on this property at 24125 Green Valley Road. Look at how large this room is. It's a great size. And when I wake up in the morning, I would be able to look out at that beautiful rolling hill view of the Lake of the Pines golf course. This is the other thing that is really cool about this property, is there are 2 closets. So you have some built-ins in here. This would be the woman's closet, we know, because it's the bigger closet. And then, just to be a sexist, and then we have this wall unit here. Again, we have some built-ins. And there was a gentleman living here. He would have some drawers, some locations for shoes, sweatshirts, folded up jeans. Just these extra built-ins are really quite nice. Now the owners enjoyed sitting out here just before they go to bed, and they would just sit out here and relax. It would be very peaceful, zen-like setting. Now the neighbor next door, who takes really superb care of his yard, has a big yard on the side of this property. So there's really quite a buffer between the neighbor's property and this property we're looking at on Green Valley. And then the neighbor on the other side, you can see she's extended her yard out all the way to the tree, and she is just an exemplary gardener. So you get the benefit of your neighbor's yards too at Lake of the Pines. Now there's a little story to this piece of stained glass. If the new owner would like to take this out, there is actually a window behind the stained glass. So you do a couple of screws here, and you could take this piece of a rose-colored stained glass out if you wanted a different look than what is in the house right now. These cabinets have been redone and are in good shape. Got 2 sinks in the master, which is a big deal. So, and then this is something I discovered. I never really thought about it, but this is kind of, to me, a hidden medicine cabinet. Kind of a cool idea. Plenty of space for your toiletries in this bathroom. Now, I want you to look at this shower, because the shower is a step-down shower. There are some handles here for safety, and we have a bathtub in the other bathroom, and this is a step-down shower. We have a glass door right here and a rack to hang your towels, and so you would just need to get used to this 1-2 steps into the shower. That's a newer toilet, I think, too. So lots of upgrades. You know, this house on Green Valley is so well cared for. We've already had a home inspection. We've had a pest inspection on the property. And both inspectors said these owners really took good care of their property. And that makes me proud of all the care they've done over the years. It really is very respectful, and taking care of your property is an important way to love your home. So folks, if you are interested in what most people are looking for when they move to Lake of the Pines, a single-story home on a level lot, this is a perfect house that you could raise children in or you could age in. It is an easy home. It's very easy to get around. It's convenient because we're just not very far away from the Green Valley Park. It's called Park 5 at Lake of the Pines, and it's a great swimming park. It's not the busiest park, has a bathroom, has sand, it has picnic tables, a lawn, and it's just right down the street here on Green Valley Drive. So keep us in mind when you're looking for your next home, because this home on Green Valley Road is really a delightful place for you to live the rest of your life, or it could be your stepping stone if you're the first-time home buyer and then your family grows, then you can grow into a larger home. This is CJ Jenkins from Century 21 Cornerstone. Thank you for joining us on Christine Jenkins YouTube and Lake of the Pines Living Facebook. I'm very proud of this home, and I would love to show it to you. If you have any questions about life in the Sierra Foothills, just give me a call at 530-906-4715 and make it a great day. Enjoy the spring. Bye-bye.